With the daily paper here in town. Christine, it's an exciting game today. Can you tell us about what may have been going through your mind after you got the pass from Adriana to lift, past the record?
Don't mess up. No, Dree before the game told me, she was like, don't worry, I got you. It was going through my mind, just don't miss the net. Seriously, and then when it went in, just a relief, to be honest, in the best possible way. Just more important things to focus on now.
Next question.
Perfect.
Hi, Christine. Brendan Dunlop, Sportsnet. There's a lot of people back home right now really celebrating the idea that the highest scoring player in the history of the beautiful game is Canadian. How does that make you feel to hear that?
Wow. Proud. Obviously I'm a very proud Canadian. And when I first joined the national team, I had goals and dreams and aspirations of passing Mia Hamm at one day or at one point. I obviously should have aimed higher, not knowing that Abby would have beaten her. But I never could have imagined to reach the totals that I have. And just for all the people back home, especially my friends and family that have supported me through my entire career, just a massive thank you. Just can't wait to call some of the people back home and share this moment with them.
Christine, hi, Raul Lopez from RG Sports. The coach from St. Kitts, she talked about one of the players being 14 years old, that she was born and you already had 53 goals in your career at that time. Yeah. What do you think, being an example of many players that are already playing against you and in other parts of the world, being an example for them?
I think for me it's a role I take very seriously, because when I was growing up there weren't too many female footballers to look up to. Obviously Mia, and that was about it. And it's just good to see that times have changed and that young girls around the world have many role models to look up to in this sport, and I think it's just starting. And as for the players from St. Kitts, they should hold their heads high. They should be proud of what they did. They never gave up. They fought for 90 minutes, and they're only going to get better as a country.
Kenneth, Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press. You had a front row view of history today. Could you tell us what was going through your mind when you saw your captain score the milestone goal?
Don't miss the net.
Exactly.
More or less the same. No, like honestly, it's a massive privilege to be a part of this. It is history created right in front of your eyes, and something I'm a tiny little part of, and it's just such a privilege, and I'm so happy for Zinky. I know it's something that's been going on, maybe not in Zinky's mind, but there's so much talk from the outside, from you guys, and all of a sudden you're building this pressure on yourself, and then having the release on this day, that's just great. It's I'm so happy for her and proud.
Christine, you're famously or maybe notoriously private. You prefer to talk about the team quite often instead of your own accomplishments. But in a way, do you think that this allows people to construct, their own ideas of you, make you whatever they need you to be, an icon, a leader, a captain? And if so, does that bother you, or do you embrace it?
It's not something I really think about. I'm just me. I'm private. I'm quiet. I'll speak up when I need to. I go about every day trying to be the best Canadian that I can in my own way, and hopefully I'm an example for others. Hopefully I can, especially like young kids, show them that what's possible when you dream those crazy dreams and put in the work. But most of all, I just try to be a good Canadian day after day.
Hi, John Molinaro from CanBale.ca. Christine, you weren't the only one who scored a brace today. Obviously, Adriana scored 4 goals, but Ashley scored 2 as well. I'm just wondering if you could talk about Ashley in terms of last year, sort of really coming into her own as the Canadian Player of the Year during an Olympic year, and what you saw from her last year, and what you kind of see her. How important of a player is she going forward for Canada? Just her kind of development from what you've seen.
I mean, I've had the pleasure of being on this team as long as, since the start with Ash, and to see her development and growth has been remarkable, especially ever since she went over to Europe. And all I think of is world class, and world class off the pitch, and how she carries herself, her maturity level, her focus and desire to grow and learn. And then on the pitch, aside from goalkeeper, I think she could be world class at every single position. And, even today you saw that with her stepping into midfield and dominating, and then being asked to go play wing back and dominating there. Just to have that versatility, there's not many people in the world that can do what she can do.
Coach, how did you feel about the command the offense had, and talk about what you thought when you saw Ashley hit that shot from near midfield?
Say the first one again.
What do you think about the offensive attack today?
Yeah, I was very pleased with it. I think that we've been working a lot with our movements. No matter the opposition, we are getting into some very good positions today, and then I think our movements is crisp, no matter who is actually playing there. There's something we still need to work on some early crosses and stuff, but beside that, I think we did a good game. I think we got players that can score from most positions. Wingback scores today. What a goal from Jade Riviere, by the way, right? Ashley scored as well. So I think, yes, my offensive line, I'm pretty happy about it, but I'm very impressed by our back three and the goalkeeper as well. I'm just saying it's so easy to take your foot off the gas when you're up and you're playing in defense and you're starting to play for yourself and you want to impress instead of just doing your job. I think that the back three in Kaelin just did their job, what we're supposed to do. So that's the foundation and that the offensive players can build on. So from a team perspective, I'm pretty satisfied.
Christine, at the World Cup we learned that you like chocolate lava cake for your birthday. I wonder if for celebration tonight, is there any kind of cheat meal or something special planned? No,
the tournament's just starting. However, I did get a champagne bath in the locker room, so no. But I'm serious that it's the first game of a very important tournament for us, and the cheat meals can come after. Maybe some ice cream at some point.
I'm guessing you guys are loving HEB Park already after a great victory. South Texas also. I gotta ask you, Christine, how confident after having you in the team, and how confident is the team, moving forward? I know you mentioned it's a very important tournament for you guys. You guys have done well the past editions. How confident are you guys right now after you accomplishing this, and how the team is looking?
Yeah, I think we're a confident team. Obviously after you put out a performance like we did tonight, you feel pretty good about how we performed, but obviously we're never satisfied. There's things we need to work on and address before our next game, and obviously the competition's only going to get tougher and tougher. But yeah, we know that if we play the way we can, that other teams are going to find it very difficult to beat us, but we just need to keep our standard throughout the course of the tournament.